everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Stadium for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 5A quarterfinal round as the number 3 seeded Coon Rapids Cardinals host the number 6 seed Wildcats from Chisago Lakes. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, two teams both sliding in on 5-game losing streaks and nicked up with some key players on the sideline.
Yeah, the worst time of the season to be nicked up is the first game of the section playoffs. Cardinals, a handful of players won't play tonight. And for Chisago Lakes, missing their quarterback who tore an ACL last week. So this is an opportunity for some people to step up and play in positions that maybe they won't get as much time in.
While they lose their quarterback, it was really his legs that they lose. This is a team that's only thrown for 420 yards all season long, but they like to run the football. As a team, almost 2,000 yards this season.
Yeah, and 900 of them by Manuel Rosario, who's averaging almost 7 yards a carry, 6 scores. They play in a very tough physical conference. They're playing Cambridge, they're playing St. Francis, Elk River. They play smash mouth football. Cardinals are going to try and finesse a little bit too because they've got the athletes to do so. They just are a little short-handed tonight. It'll be interesting to see how this game unfolds.
Well, and for the Cardinals, the same problems have plagued them all season long with giving up big plays on defense, committing foolish penalties at bad times, and just not being able to get the offense going. 2 weeks ago, 5 turnovers. Last week, 11 sacks. The offense has to be able to move the ball.
Their offensive line, they're going to do a little adjusting tonight. Their offensive line has to protect Jake Van Holzen. And Jake, certainly we've seen, has the opportunity to move this club through the air. And I think that's what Coon Rapids is going to want to do. Obviously, they're going to want to set up the run with Miles Taylor. But I think it's important for them to hit those 2 big outside receivers tonight. They're missing Jordan Nolan, which is a tight end that does a lot on this offense, not only blocking but receiving. So they're going to have to replace him as well.
Well, and he's very crucial to the linebacking core of the defense for Coon Rapids as well. But it's now or never, as they say when you get to the playoffs. The winner moves on to face the number 2 seed Cambridge Blue Jackets on Saturday. This quarterfinal game starts next on CTN.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Back at the Coon Rapids Sports Complex, ready for the playoffs to begin on CTN as the Cardinals host the Wildcats from Chisago Lakes. With us again on the sidelines, Jen Halverson. Jen.
Well, it is the last home game for this Coon Rapids team as they kick off playoffs tonight. And the seniors, not just them, but the entire team, are internalizing that game time mentality. They want to leave it all out on the field tonight. And they're going against Chisago Lakes, who both teams, Coon Rapids and Chisago, are young teams. So the Cardinals are looking to keep that composure throughout the entire game. They want to tighten up their offensive line and their defensive line to prevent penetration. Mal Edwards, head coach of Coon Rapids, says they want to focus on aiming points. He's been trying to get his team to focus on that all season long, and it's going to be key for them to win tonight.
There's head coach Mal Edwards. We had a chance to talk to him on the field before. And you talked about it in the opening, Joe Young, as we see Mike Weiss, head coach for the Wildcats. And you talked about it. They're going to be missing some key players, our Coon Rapids. And, the Wildcats as well, missing their quarterback. But the Cardinals, who let 11 sacks happen last week against Hopkins, I think that's the key for them tonight. Really solidify that offensive line and try to do a better job protecting Jake Van Holzen.
The Wildcats won the toss, elected or deferred to the second half. Coon Rapids will start with the football right to left on a night that has very little wind. Fortunate for Jen down on the sidelines, a rather pleasant evening in mid to late October. Shai Williams, the return from the 10 up close to the 20, but good coverage downfield for Chisago Lakes right away.
Yes. Peterson on the tackle for Chisago Lakes, and again, a good special teams play, keeping the Cardinals right at the 20 to start their opening drive. And Joe, this is, I think it's important for the Cardinals to not go 3 and out on their opening drives, kind of establish some continuity from the jump here.
Cardinals will start with 4 receivers. Handoff is taken back, and Jake Van Holzen, a nice run off the right side. Gain of about 7. Tripped up as he gets to the 27.
Nice job on first down to gain those 7 yards. Cardinals are mixing some things up here offensively. Of course, you see Jordan Nolan's name on there, but unfortunately Jordan will not be playing tonight due to a concussion.
Van Holzen will keep it again, following Taylor to the left. Has the first down out to the 32.
Well, everybody who watches film of this Coon Rapids team, and certainly Chisago Lakes, no different. They want a key number 6, and Miles Taylor, who Hopkins did a good job containing last week, and that's going to be their key. So the Cardinals open up here with a couple of, that one was a fake give to Taylor, as Van Holzen able to keep it to extend the chains.
So 1st and 10 from the 33. This time the handoff goes to Taylor, and he'll drag a couple of guys across the 35 to the 36, a gain of 3.
Obviously, both these teams do not want their season to end here tonight, but they're going to leave it all out on the field. A tough task awaits the winner of this, as they're going to travel to Cambridge Isani on Saturday at 1 o'clock to take on the Blue Jackets.
Second and 6 from the 37. Van Holzen has 3 receivers on the right. He'll keep it roll that way, and then tried to hit the little screen to Tao. His feet got tangled up in the pass, falls incomplete. A little bit wide of the receiver as well.
Yeah, again, there's the fake give, the defense drawing inside. I think he may have not lost his footing, may have been able to get that ball, but nonetheless, we'll never know.
So one of the big keys last week was the Cardinals were in those 2nd and 3rd and long situations.
Yep.
Here's a 3rd and medium, their first 3rd down test of the night. 3rd and 6 from the 37.
Well, we talked about it's key for the Cardinals to keep drives moving forward.
Van Holzen drops, waits, throws, passes complete on the right side, and this is going to be short. Marshall Holland stopped at the 41. It'll make it 4th and a long 1 yard.
Holland tried to make a move and turn it upfield as the Cardinals are going to punt. Again, the throw is there.
So the Cardinals forced to punt. Did get a first down, but fair catch called for and made at the 23-yard line. So decent field position for the Wildcats to start.
Opportunity for us to see the Wildcats here on offense for the first time tonight. You mentioned both teams losers of 5 in a row. Obviously something's going to have to give here tonight. One team will be victorious and that streak will go away.
So Chisago Lakes comes in with Austin Seaford under center. Seaford had 3 rushing touchdowns, and he had 3 rushing touchdowns last week coming in relief. Rosario was underneath that pile. I thought they dropped the ball there for a second. It just stayed alive right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Now, we talked about Rosario in the opening, and there's a running back who's almost gaining 7 yards a carry, almost 900 yards on the ground, and the Cardinals know that they're going to have to contain him.
Second and 10. Handoff again to Rosario up the middle. He snuck through the first group of tacklers, but only a gain of about 4. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for Chisago Lakes now.
Rosario listed on the roster as 5'6", 185 pounds.
So 3rd and 5, they mark it. Stay in that wing tee, a lot of meat behind center. Moving to the right, the pitch goes that way, and this is going to be short of a first down. Tim Gregory.
I don't know.
Wow, they gave him a great spot.
Yeah, this is a first down. There you see the number for Tim Gregory. That's his receiving numbers.
Big 3rd down conversion for Chisago Lakes.
And Gregory averaging about 5 yards on the ground per game.
Oh,
wow, did they give him a healthy spot?
That's a phenomenal spot.
They gave it to where he rolled.
To where he stopped.
Yeah.
Wow. No replay. Oh, big hit in the backfield. Ball comes loose. Miles Taylor didn't like this spot, and he took it out on the quarterback.
He really did.
Ends up with Rosario regaining possession for the Wildcats. But Taylor, again, just great penetration and hits him right away. Oh, the ball never came out.
He held on to it.
He was tackling both of them.
He had the ball. He had the quarterback and the running back.
No gain, 2nd and 10. Full pass goes to Gregory on the left side. He's going to be stopped just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1.
We'll see Marshall Holland in on the tackle, along with Antonio Manos. And we talked about Jordan Nolan not being there. He's their leading tackler.
On 3rd and short, Stiller, the man in motion in the backfield, will come set on the right side of the offense. Gregory goes in motion. Handoff goes to Rosario. He's got the first down out to the 47.
Yeah, good surge up front by the offensive line for the Wildcats, allowing Rosario to spin to a first down. Chance Alexander on the tackle for Coon Rapids. We talked about the Chisago Lakes plays in the conference that's very physical. They're used to playing physical kind of football, and Cardinals will go hit for hit with them.
Play action and chase from the pocket is Seifert, and he's able to turn it into a gain of about 7. Looked like he was going to get sacked. Pressure there as soon as he got to the back of his drop, but somehow finds a little seam and picks up 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Well, he had a lineman coming in and getting off his feet, and he was able to get underneath him, and that's how he's able to pick up some yardage.
Handoff goes to Stiller. He's got the first down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line of Coon Rapids.
Bo Stiller, another one of those running backs averaging well over 5 yards a carry. Last week, you saw there 7 carries and 66 yards against Monticello.
Wildcats moving on their opening possession now, 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 38. Seifert under center. Handoff goes to Rosario up the middle, breaks away, and gets to the 30, a gain of 8.
Oh, and he was hit hard, too.
He got spun around, and he is slow to get up, and that is Not a good sign
No,
for
no.
the Chisago
Watch
Wildcats.
the hit at the end of the, after he was spun around. There's the hit right there. It's really nothing cheap or deliberate, but it's a good sign. He gets up and walks off under his own power.
Gain of 8 will set up 2nd and 2 from the Coon Rapids 30. Wildcats able to run pretty effectively on this opening drive. Started back at their own 23-yard line. They go I formation now behind Seifert. Play action. He's chased from the pocket, rolls left, throws on the run, has a receiver. Gregory the catch. Down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Chisago Lakes.
Yeah, comfortable rolling to his left. And Gregory is right there as he's under a little bit of duress, just trying to get rid of that ball. Gregory did a nice job. There are actually a couple of Wildcats receivers in that same vicinity. Gets past Marshall Holland. And you got to be impressed with the opening drive so far here for the Wildcats.
1st and goal from the 8. Load up the backfield again, and they send Stiller in motion. And Seifert changing the play at the line, gets back under center. Handoff goes to Stiller. Great hold, dives, and has a touchdown for Chisago Lakes.
Chisago Lakes made that opening drive look fairly easy.
Well, this last play especially caught the Cardinals completely by surprise. Look at
the hole.
Big that hole is, and a great diving score for Bo Stiller.
That would be Stiller's 3rd touchdown of the season.
Kick is wide right, or wide left. It is no good.
Nope.
And that is the only positive Coon Rapids can take away from it. A great opening drive for the visitors, the lowest seed in the tournament. And he wasn't touched until Manos got him by the ankles at the 2. And Stiller, with that much momentum, able to dive home.
It was a sustained drive. They went 12 plays and 77 yards for that score to cap it off by that Stiller touchdown. He takes it in from 8 yards out. There you see those 12 plays. Took 5:08 off the clock to go 77 yards, and Bo Stiller capped that off with the 8-yard run and dive into the end zone for the opening score here tonight.
Line drive kick is going to get back into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals will start from their own 20.
Kick sails into the end zone. The Cardinals take over. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, Cardinals like to see if they can answer back here after the Wildcats take their opening drive in for a score.
Well, they were able to move the chains once on their opening drive, but that is not enough, as you talked about. Need sustained drives, and now find themselves in a familiar spot that they don't want to be in, and that is playing from behind. Van Holzen sends a man in motion. It's Von Shannon running to his left. Handoff goes to Taylor, trying to get around that left corner. And he is not going to find any room there. 2nd and 10. Great job stopping the corner by Owen Dressel.
Yeah, Dressel. Coach Weiss talked to me about Dressel today when we spoke, and he said he is such a leader on this defense, and you're going to watch 44 all over the field tonight here against Coon Rapids.
Van Holzen out of the shotgun. Quick throw right side, complete to Avant Shannon. Wrapped up and dropped for a short loss. And Coon Rapids in that third long situation. Caleb Bruce right there to take him down.
No, this takes Cardinals out of their comfort zone. They don't like to be in this situation. And you're going to see just a quick throw to the outside to Shannon, but a great job defensively.
And look, Dressel was there to finish it off.
Yep.
But Bruce already had things well in hand. 3rd and 12. Cardinals do want to have a passing game, but don't want to be forced into that passing game, but definitely a passing situation. On 3rd and 12, the pass is dropped on the near side by Avant Shannon. That's been part of the problem when the ball's on target. Guys just not able to bring it in. Shannon had the ball there and had the room for the first down. And the Cardinals instead go 3 and out.
Yeah, if he were able to turn it up. Again, there are a couple of white jerseys right there. Would have made it been maybe a little difficult to pick up that first, but he's got to catch that ball. He's got to look it into his hands and before he wants to turn upfield.
So Aurelius almost had his punt blocked, angles it toward the near sideline. It will bounce and stay in play. But Chisago Lake's going to take over in Coon Rapids territory inside the 45.
Yeah, great field position for them, already with a 6-0 lead to start their second drive. And that obviously puts pressure back on the defense, who's missing some key components here tonight.
Well, and they were not able to solve the motion, the riddles, the pieces coming out of the backfield for Chisago Lakes the first time. The Wildcats held to just 1 3rd down on that opening 78-yard drive. Play action. Seifert rolls to his left, has time, throws incomplete. Trying to find Dressel. And throws it just a little too tall.
Now, good coverage by Manos on the play as well, as Seifert didn't really have anybody to toss to. Just try to finesse that one.
Surprised to see him come out throwing on first down. Their running game so effective first time they had the ball. Handoff goes up the middle.
Rosario.
And Rosario's going to gain a couple before being pushed back.
Yeah, good to see him back in there.
Gain of 2 will set up 3rd and 8.
See Jordan Marshall in on the tackle. His 4th already tonight.
Quite possibly 4-down territory, but a big down right here for the defense. Try and keep him at least to 4th and long. Rosario, big hole left side. He's going to be close. He should have that first down. Rosario, as advertised.
And look at the hole.
He's going to dig up big chunks of yardage every time he touches the ball.
And when you come in averaging almost 7 yards a carry, you know you're doing something right.
First down now from the Coon Rapids 33-yard line. Pitch goes to Gregory, running right, trying to find a way around the corner, and does. Ball punched out, but ends up out of bounds. It will be a first down. Looks like they're going to mark it right about the 23. And it will be a first down.
And they're just the pitch, as he's able to find the edge. There's Marshall again behind him, punching that ball out.
Seifert keeps it, has a man with him, now flips it. And Caleb Bruce has a big gain down inside the 10. And it's another 1st and goal situation for the Wildcats.
You can see it again. Cardinal defense thought that Rosario had it. And there's the flip at the last minute to Bruce. He's able to pick up some additional yardage and continue this drive moving forward. And you have to be impressed with what Chisago Lakes has done here so far tonight in this first quarter. As they're starting to take it to Coon Rapids and looking to increase their already 6-0 lead.
First and goal from the 7. Handoff Rosario up the middle. Touchdown Chisago Lakes.
There you see the job that they did mostly on the ground, as Rosario was able to take that in for his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And he wasn't really touched until he got just about to the goal line.
Reese Lawler pushed the first one wide left, this one right down the middle. It's 13-0 in favor of the 6th seeded Wildcats. And we still got close to 2 minutes remaining in this opening quarter.
There you see the numbers so far from Rosario. 8 carries, 31 yards in that score. He took a hit at the goal line, but we'll see it again. Look at the blocking up front. Nice sealed off right there. And Rosario virtually untouched until he got to the goal line. Quick drive for the Wildcats.
Everything going their way so far. Coon Rapids has not gotten going. Had a first down since then. Couple of punts. 2 drives, 2 TDs for the Wildcats. And a 13-0 lead here late in the first quarter as Lawler gets set to kick it away.
Outside of a missed extra point, it couldn't have started out any better for Chisago Lakes.
Jordan Doe from the 11 wrapped up. As he approaches the 20, he will get there before being taken down. So decent field position for the offense, but they need to move the ball.
They do need to move the ball, and now you're down by 2 scores. You're in a situation where
it's very early in the game, but I'm almost calling this a must-score drive.
Well, they need some momentum. You know, the longer they keep these, you know, they had a decent one first down in that first drive, and unfortunately, their offense just hasn't been going. And we've seen that the last number of weeks, and the Cardinals starting out in 2nd and 3rd and long in too many situations.
Handoff goes to Miles Taylor, met right at the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet moving and picks up 6. He had 6 guys on his back at the same time.
That's what we're used to seeing from Miles Taylor, is keeping those legs moving. A nice job hitting that hole hard and making a number of yards just really on his own effort.
Sets up 2nd and 4. Cardinals with 2 receivers on the left. Taylor flanked out on the left side as well. That Yibley?
David Jablee.
And loss of a yard.
You can see it again. Jablee kind of nice job defensively there, just to muck things up.
So 3rd and 5. Van Holzen sets, pressured, sacked for a big loss. Bo Stiller drops him 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, Bo Stiller has a touchdown earlier in this game, and then a big sack here to force the Cardinals again to go 3 and out as we're going to end that first quarter.
They lose yardage on their 3rd drive of the season, or of the ball game. 2 of their first 3 drives went for negative yardage in the first quarter. They trail 13-0. A punt on the other side of the break to start the second quarter on CTN.
County hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Nothing Chisago Lakes as we start the second quarter. Aurelius punting with his heels against the goal line, and it's going to bounce out just across the 35. So you give an offense that's moving the ball at will a very short field.
Yeah.
Chance to really blow this one open in the first half.
When you talked about hopefully a score from the offense there last set, this is a pressure situation for the defense. They can ill afford to give up another touchdown here. They need to come up and make a stop in this situation.
So 1st and 10 from the 36. Handoff goes to Rosario. Another big gain for the big back. It will be first down. Just enough to get to the 25. Wow, these spots are so generous.
Give him an extra yard. He's a good kid.
Right? It's not a game of inches if it's not called that way. 1st and 10 from the 25. Handoff goes to Gregory on the counter. And he's going to pick up about 3. 2nd and 22. Or 2nd and 7 from the 22.
You're going to see him just cut inside, pick up some additional yardage. Good job. Looked like he was going to try and gain the edge, but saw that hole in the inside. Did a nice job of cutting up in. Pick up those 3 yards.
Handoff goes to Rosario, breaks away from a tackle. Good block downfield from Gregory, and he's going to be to the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal again for the Wildcats.
Again, took some pressure out, broke away from a potential tackle before Manos brought him down. But a nice gain by Rosario on the play.
Pitch goes to Gregory. Nice block on the corner, but he's not able to get around. He had Stiller trying to seal that corner, but not quite able to get around the corner. Short gain. Oh, they're going to down inside the 5. So a gain of 6.
Rosario did a nice job of sealing off the edge. There's a block by Stiller as well.
Second and goal from the 4. Little flip pass looking for Gregory, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he had to get rid of that one quickly.
So 3rd and goal from the 4.
Defensively, watch for 33.
He will get to carry. He will get the touchdown. And And it is 19-0 with an extra point upcoming.
And look at the blocking at the point of attack. I mean, it was an easy 4-yard run for Rosario. And he and his teammates have had a nice game here so far as they take a 20-0 lead.
Lawler's kick good, and a big lead early in the second quarter.
There you see Rosario's numbers, 10 carries for 58 yards and a couple of scores already here as we just started this second quarter. Look at the blocking up front, and he realizes and does a nice job just to slide to the outside a little bit. Didn't need to get too far to the outside, and he ran past Manos. He's got a little bit of a hand on him, but they weren't going to stop him, and Rosario recorded his second, now his 8th score of the season. Six plays, 36 yards, 2:19 off the clock, 4-yard Rosario touchdown run to cap off that drive. But you talked about it at the beginning of that drive. You give them that kind of field position on a team that's moving the ball well on the ground, and this is what happens.
Well, and again, I think they're still only, that was only their second third down that they've seen in the ball game. Williams from the 5, good seam, and he'll get him out as far as the 25-yard line. But the offense, again, they have one first down.
They've been anemic so far.
They had a first down on the second play from scrimmage of the ball game and have not had one since. Their opponent has not been stopped. He's found the end zone 3 times. Has them in a huge hole. Still a lot of football left to be played, but as I said much earlier on, the Cardinals would have liked to have played with the lead for once. An all too familiar position for them to be looking up and
prior to the snap,
trailing on the scoreboard.
Full start. Number 50 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
First penalty of the game on either side.
That was Chad Crosby wearing our mic, and we certainly appreciate our official here.
Shorten it up to 1st and 5 from the 30. The Cardinal offense will take any help they can get. 3 receivers on the right for Van Holzen. Handoff, no, keeps it and finds a big hole. Van Holzen, a giant gain into Wildcat territory, dragged down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, and that's what the Cardinals need, is a big play. They need to get a spark, and it was provided there by number 7. Again, that nice fake give to Miles Taylor. The defense went to him, and Jake's got the speed. Once he gets out an open field, it's difficult to catch.
41-yard gain. .46-yard gain from the 25. Pass intended for Avant Shannon, thrown in the dirt. 2nd and 10. No, 41, that's right.
41.
They're at the 30. I forgot the 5-yard penalty. But the biggest play they've had, certainly today, I don't believe they had a 40-yard play last week. Maybe not the week before. Again, fake the give. Taylor buried in the backfield. Great block by Tao, and there's the flag. Yeah, Tao was just plastered out of bounds, and that'll give him 15 extra yards. Great block by Sonny Tao to help Van Holzen get around the corner and gain a couple of positive yards.
A nice job getting away from the defender as well, and then turning it upfield. Again, there's the hit out of bounds.
No, it's the hit on Tao. Watch Tao. I don't know, maybe it's both. Either way, 15 extra yards.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit, number 42 on the
Or at
defense.
that point, I suppose,
15,
half the distance.
to the goal.
So it's first and
Result
10
of the
from
penalty
12.
is first down.
Cardinals definitely need a score on this drive. It is imperative.
Handoff to Taylor on first and 10. He's able to dive forward, a gain of 4, down to the 8-yard line.
No, snap was bobbled. As Miles Taylor able to pick up 4.
Second and 6 from the 8. Handoff goes to Jableen, left side, touchdown, Coon Rapids.
Well, Cardinals needed that. Good blocking up front. David Jableen able to get into the end zone. He's another one player who's been getting some additional playing time over the last few weeks, and then especially with the injuries.
Finley's kick is up and good. Cardinals on the board. Still 8:06 remaining in the first half.
You see him just cut upfield, get into the end zone, get the first score of the game for Coon Rapids. Cut the lead to 20-7. Danny Jablee.
First varsity TD.
Yep.
Big one for the Cardinals when they needed it.
They had to. They had to get it. Because so far, the Wildcats have been able to do pretty much whatever they want.
Finley with the extra point to make it 20-7, and now to kick it away for the first time tonight. Line drive kick taken from the 10. And a great wall. Good return by Ryan Sandvik out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Even on a decent kick, good return and good field position once more for the Wildcats.
Yeah, caught that on the run. Defense needs to stop here, Joe.
Have not been able to do so yet. Handoff goes to Rosario. He is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Short gain.
Well, good job defensively. Again, staying in their lanes. Layton on the tackle for Coon Rapids, as they were able to limit Rosario to that 1-yard gain.
Straight drop, in trouble is Seifert. Throws now complete to Tim Gregory right side, and he's going to pick up about 7 before being twisted out of bounds, and that's making something out of nothing for the Wildcats.
Well, Seifert did a great job of just staying strong and then delivering this football. Able to get away from a Cardinal defender, and he was able to deliver it to Gregory to make it 3rd and short now for the Wildcats. There you see the time remaining in the first half, 6:53.
Ball's loose. On the ground, Seifert looks like he was able to get back on top of it, but it'll be 4th and 5 as they lose a couple of yards. First time the Wildcats have been held to a 4th down, and that just never got secured by Rosario.
Nope.
Fortunately for Chisago Lakes, Seifert was alert enough to jump back on top of it.
Well, defense did what they needed to do. They came in and they stopped them, and they will get to turn the ball back over to their offense.
Punt will take a Coon Rapids Hoppy down right about the 30-yard line. And they will place it right at the 30-yard line. So good stop for the defense.
Yep, great stop.
The Cardinals get that score. They get a stop from their defense, get the ball back, still plenty of time.
Well, I think mentally, if they wanted to stay in this game, they needed that stop there.
Van Holzen on the keeper, looking for room right side, won't find it. Stopped again by Dressel.
Oh, Dressel doing a great
Short
job.
loss on the play.
Yeah, great job defensively there. And again, they figured that out a little bit by what Jake Van Holzen wants to do with the football. Able to stop him for no gain.
Second and 10. Van Holzen looks to his right, pass is batted down. Connor Blameyer with great pressure on the cornerback, and it's 3rd and long.
Now, again, Blameyer doing a really nice job of getting his hands up. You're going to see him right there in 50. Look at getting the hands up. Pass a little bit low. And that'll put him in 3rd and long. Again, 0 for 3 on 3rd down for the Cardinals so far here tonight. There you see behind you the time remaining in the half.
Three receivers to the left. Throwing that way is Van Holzen. Pass incomplete, intended for Avant Shannon, to flag down at the line of scrimmage.
And decent protection. Shannon's turning around. Pass a little bit. You got to catch that. That's a ball. You know, it wasn't.
Illegal formation, 5 in the backfield on the offense. That penalty is declined, 4th down.
Well, you see the penalty on the Cardinals will be declined by Chisago Lakes, and Cardinals will go 3 and out.
And the Cardinals, a 3 and out. Without moving the down marker. Good punt from Aurelius. Fair catch made by Gregory at his own 35-yard line.
Well, again, good job of the defense for the Wildcats, and they start another drive in decent field position at their own 35. Now again, pressure defensively for Coon Rapids.
First and 10 from the 35, Seaford under center. Handoff goes to Rosario, and he drives his way forward for a gain of 5.
Again, just quick burst off the line. You see so far the numbers on Rosario: 12 carries, 63 yards, and a couple of scores.
Handoff this time to Stiller, and Stiller, second effort will get him to the first down marker at the 45.
Yeah, Bo Stiller did a nice job of just bursting through the line, took a hit, but was able to continue forward to pick up that first down. You can see the hit right there, but he was able to fall forward and move the chains. More carries, 18 yards, and a score for Stiller. Opened the scoring for the Wildcats tonight.
Pitch is going to go to Stiller. He's got a lot of room on the left sideline. Finally knocked out as he approaches the 25. They'll say right at the 26. A big gain into Cardinal territory. Oh, they're going to put him right at the 25 even.
Well, again, look at the fake to Rosario. Defense goes to him. There's the pitch to Stiller. No black jerseys. No black jerseys out there. He'll pick up a large chunk of real estate before he's pushed out of bounds.
So first and 10 from the Coon Rapids 25. Play action. Seaford over the middle looking for Gregory, incomplete.
Well, a good pass hitting him in stride, that would have been a touchdown. Again, he got behind the defense, able to get up the seam. We'll see it again. I don't know if you see, we'll get a chance to see it, but he is behind the defense.
Second and 10, handoff Rosario off tackle right. He's wrapped up and forced backward, but he will have a short gain of maybe 2.
Nate Breams and friends in on the tackle. Rosario tapping out here.
Wildcats 3 of 4 on third down, but a big piece of that puzzle is headed for the sideline.
Yeah, at least for this play.
Here on 3rd and 9. They go I formation behind Seaford. Straight drop, rolls right, has time, looks, throws, pass complete, and a first down to Dressel.
Again, Dressel just sneaks out, does a nice job of getting behind the defense. And, you know, Seaford, give him all the credit in the world, does a nice job of finding him. Plenty of time, patient, just a little flip, and he's able to turn upfield and pick up the first. Continue this drive. I'm watching Rosario across the field. He is sitting on the bench with a trainer.
First and 10 now from the Coon Rapids 14-yard line. Keeping it is Seaford. Now the pitch to Stiller. Hits, touchdown.
Boy, just
lowered his shoulder, made sure he got the corner, and he has his second score of the game.
Bo Stiller doing a nice job. And I mean, I'll tell you, Seaford did a nice job of just delivering it to him at the last second. And Stiller does a nice job of turning upfield, getting the score. And Chisago Lakes is running away with this game early on.
Kick is up and good for Reese Lawler. And it is a 27-7 lead for Chisago.
There you see the numbers on Stiller: 6 carries, 62 yards, and now 2 scores.
Both That's a nice average.
Both he and Rosario each have a couple of scores. We'll see it again. Just a great job on the pitch at the last second before Holland is there.
And a nice job as Tarnu was trying to guard the goal line of lowering his shoulder, making sure he was crossing that plane and not going out of bounds.
There you see it, 7 plays, 65 yards, took 2:07 off the clock. Bo Stiller with a 14-yard touchdown run to cap it off. .321 remaining in the opening half, and commanding lead for the Wildcats.
Lawler's kick will take Williams back to the 3. Looking for some blocking, find a way to the right sideline. He gets as far as the 30. And then gets dragged out of bounds. A couple of Cardinals thought there was a little drive-by hit as he was already stopped out of bounds, but no additional flag.
Rosario over there talking maybe to his father.
I would assume, but he went out early after taking a hit, was able to come back, and he's been effective, but in trouble. Van Holzen dropped, and he's going to lose a lot of yardage.
Dressel with another sack.
Just a lot of white jerseys in the backfield. Figured out that was a play action attempt by the Cardinals pretty quickly.
Yeah, nowhere for him to go.
And all of a sudden, Jake Van Holzen running for his life. Second and 19 from the 21. They need the 40-yard line for a first. You got to get at least half of that back right here. Play action, Van Holzen rolls out. He's just going to tuck it and run. And he's going to get back at least as far as the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, again, another 3rd and long situation. Able to get some of that yardage back, but you're still in a 3rd and long.
Oh, they put him up to the 34 now. One ref on the ref on the far sideline marked him at like the 31, maybe the 32, and now they're up to the 34. Either way, it's 3rd and 6. Still a big 3rd down for this offense.
Well, a little more manageable.
Certainly more manageable. 2:14 remaining in the opening half. And Coon Rapids has to kick it away to start the 3rd quarter. Play action, pass picked off, and a lot of room to run for Nick Stone. Down the sidelines, he's dragged out of bounds right around the 15-yard line.
And Van Holzen just threw that pass up. You're going to see it again as, he's trying to gain that first down, but Stone is right there to step in front of the receiver. And a nice job taking it back. Puts the Wildcats again down, knocking on the door for another score with plenty of time, a little over 2 minutes remaining in the half.
They have a 20-point lead right now, and again, they get the
timeout.
Ball
Coon
back.
Rapids, their first of the half.
Yeah, Cardinals call a timeout, but you're right, they do get the ball back to start the second half.
Well, and the defense, who has been handed short fields all night long. An incredibly short field now, just 15 yards. They're backed up to the goal line again, trying to keep the Chisago Lakes offense from scoring, and they just have not been able to do that much.
No, they really haven't. And
They've only been the one punt?
I believe so, yes. And we give credit to Chisago Lakes. They're doing a nice job of taking advantage of this situation here tonight. There you see Rosario over on the sideline talking to Stiller. We'll see if we, I don't know if we'll see him at this point. And with
Well,
this kind of lead,
I was going to say, it's
might not need him.
easier to have your star on the sideline when you're up big and looking at a second-round matchup on Saturday than if this game's the other way around. Lots of time, and somehow he's still able to find his target. Will Tingham in the end zone, a 15-yard touchdown.
again, running around, being chased, but a nice pass right over Williams, right to Tingham.
Kick is up and good. It is 34-7. And those two scores for Chisago Lakes, less than a minute and a half between the two on the clock.
Number 70 on the kicking team. 10-yard penalty, retry.
Oh. Hold on the extra point, and they will back him up and have him kick it again.
Well, Coach Weiss has to be pretty happy about the way this game has unfolded for his squad.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing negative they've had in this whole first half was the missed extra point on their first score. Pushed back, and Lawler still hits it. It's still 34-7. And now if it weren't a must-score situation for the offense before, it certainly is now. I mean, you're down 27 points. You're the 3 seed at home to start the playoffs, and you're down big.
You are down big, and again, you're in a tough situation. I mean, kind of. Not, the score certainly isn't the same, but Hopkins scored before the end of the first, just before the end of the first half last week to take a 14-7 lead. Got the ball to start the second half, came back and scored again to take a 21-7 lead. And again, it was tough sledding for the Cardinals since then.
Lawler, a good kick again. Williams just inside the 5. And great coverage downfield. He just barely got back to the 20.
One play, 15 yards, all it took, 10 seconds off the clock. Seifert to Tingham in the end zone for the touchdown pass. And there's the score. That's where we sit, 34-7. With 1:50 remaining in the half.
So now the Cardinals, again, completely out of their game plan. You have to throw the football. You have to throw it a lot. You have to get big chunks, and you have to get points. They will fake the give, and that's not fooling Chisago Lakes anymore. They swallow Van Holzen up with 3 right jerseys right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Well, the Cardinals will just love this first half to end. Obviously, it's been a disastrous first half for them, giving up 34 points already.
Play action, Van Holzen throws left. What a catch by Marshall Holland. No, he did not. come down with it, and he is in some pain, and that is not good for the Cardinals. Another player frequently goes both ways.
Seems to be okay. He's going to get, we'll see it again, and he went up for that, all 6'5" of them. Oh, came down hard on his shoulder. He's okay.
Shoulder, his back, his head, his whole body.
Yeah.
Walking off, we'll talk with the trainer on the near sideline and hopefully be able to return to action. Under a minute remaining in the first half. It's been all Chisago. A 34-7 lead for the Wildcats.
2 for 9 for 2 yards and a pick tonight for Jake Van Hulsen. Not the way he wanted to start his section playoffs.
Play action pass complete left side. Tao will hustle out of bounds right around the 26. But it's now 4th down, and they stop the clock.
47 seconds remaining.
Punt is fair caught right at the 41-yard line by Tim Gregory. 40 seconds on the clock, couple of timeouts in their pocket. Do we see the Wildcats come out throwing?
I think they pretty much would be very happy going to the halftime with a 34-7 lead. One of the bright spots tonight so far has been Jackson Aurelius has been punting the ball well. Good hang time on that one.
I formation, handoff goes to the up back, Cole Peterson. He has a solid gain out to the 48. Handoff goes to Peterson again, and he has a nice gain to the Coon Rapids 40.
That should do it.
Well, the time will stop for them to move the chains. Will the Wildcats try and get off one more play? Will they just let it go?
I think they'll let it go.
They will let it go. And they will go to the locker room up big, a 34-7 lead. And that's, I'm sure, more than Coach Weiss expected out of his team in the first half of the playoffs. A game they came in as the underdogs, the 6th seed facing the number 3 seed at the number 3 seed's field.
Yeah, and certainly not the way that Coach Edwards would wanted this opening half to go.
Well, Coach Edwards is down on the sideline with our Jen Halverson. Jen?
Well, Coach, a little bit of a tough first half with their run game, putting the pressure on heavy. What is the key focus moving into the second to shut down their run game and close the gaps?
Oh, right now, our guys, we have to get off the ball better, and our linebackers have to start reading the plays a little bit more. I mean, we talked about the base blocking that they're showing to us, and then they're basically, backfield is just angling their dive. So we have to actually, instead of playing the gap responsible, we have to get to that level of that back right now.
Your offense has been a little bit quiet as well. You had a big play from Van Hulsen early on, but then quiet again. How do you get them going and gain some momentum in the second?
Well, we wanted to establish our run, and right now we haven't established it, so we have to look at some different things within our game. I mean, whether it's passing, controlling the tempo with our passing game and things like that. So we had some plays that were open, and we just didn't make the connection.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
Well, thank you, Jen, and thank you, Coach, for joining us. Halftime at the Cardinal Stadium. We'll have first half stats and highlights in a bit. You're watching CTN's coverage of the Section 7 5A quarterfinals.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, halftime of this section playoff contest, and it's been all Chisago Lakes. The Wildcats up 34-7, and looking pretty good at the break.
They're controlling this football game, and coming into this 3-6, anything can really happen. A team that's 2-6 and one that's 3-5. You wouldn't expect it to be this, though, unfortunately, for Coon Rapids. Defensively, they don't have an answer for stopping this ground game. Offensively, they've been fairly anemic. And so, at 34-7, you're scratching your head. What do? You've got a huge hole to try and dig out in a half left of football.
Yeah, and they had one scoring drive, but that was aided by one very big play. But other than that, you're right, their offense has been spotty at best. Chisago Lakes, though, moving at will, getting 2 touchdowns each from Bo Stiller and Manuel Rosario. And they were up 20-0 before the Cardinals found the end zone for the first time and only time in that first half. Danny Jablee with an 8-yard score in the second quarter. But then 2 late touchdowns for the Wildcats. Couple of big sacks on defense and a turnover as well. Right there with a great return by Nick Stone that set them up for their final score. They struck immediately first play. Very rarely have they thrown, but Seifert, great job to stretch the play, find room, and find a receiver. Will tinge them just inside the goal line. 15-yard touchdown reception has his team up 34-7.
I mean, you look at this number right here. 265 total yards, but 202 of those yards on the ground for the Wildcats. Cardinals, they were able to run the ball mostly on a long run by Jake Van Hulsen.
Yeah, 41 of their 85 yards came courtesy of one play.
And again, you look at this number right here, 3 first downs for Coon Rapids in the first half versus 12 for Chisago Lakes. It tells a lot of the story here in this first half of football, dominated by the Wildcats.
Well, and they will get the ball back as we start the third quarter. We'll take another break and be back with second half action from Cardinal Stadium after this on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick, Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, halftime of this Section 7 5A quarterfinal. Chisago Lakes, a 34-7 lead. Their head coach, Bill Weiss, is on the sidelines with our Jen Halverson. Jen?
Coach, everything seems to be working for your team tonight. How has your team delivered on each drive so smoothly in this first half?
Just good execution this time of year. Some nights things are just clicking, and it just seems to be our night right now. We got a first-time starting quarterback tonight, a sophomore, because our regular guy got hurt, and he's doing a great job leading us.
You're up by 27, game one, round one of the playoffs. What was the dynamic in the locker room at the half?
Our guys are pretty focused. The idea was, hey, it's 0-0, and we came out with pretty heavy focus, and we got to continue that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jen. And yeah, they've certainly shown focus
and execution. They've done a really nice job. And Austin Seifert is for a first-time sophomore starting quarterback in a section playoff game. He's been pretty good. He's been pretty cool and collected.
Well, I was most impressed with the touchdown throw. They don't throw the ball a lot, but he stretched that play out, and then found a guy and put it right in the numbers.
Yep, that's all he needed to do.
15-yard score.
Yep.
He's looked good as well running the ball. We talked about his big week last week, 185 yards and 3 touchdowns running the ball when he came in for the injured David Kimlinger.
Yeah, and a smile on his face, and a well-deserved smile here in the first half for Coach Weiss, and a commanding lead for his Wildcats. And again, he's got to be very happy coming in this as a 2-6 ball club against the 3-5 ball club, being the 6th seed, with the Cardinals being the 3, and he's got to be pretty happy about the execution of what his team has been doing and the direction it's been going here in this first half.
Well, the Cardinals need a monumental shift in momentum if they hope to play on Saturday afternoon in Chisago. Alex Findlay set to kick it off, get the second half underway. This kick will be taken at the 13-yard line. Looking into the middle is Gregory, and he has a great return out to the 40-yard line. Got to the middle, found some good blocking, a seam, and he gets that offense. Great field position to start once more.
Yeah, and nice tackle by Ryan Corey on the play just to make sure he brought him down where he was on the field. But you're right, great way to start this second half, and a team that certainly doesn't need any better field position, up 34-7.
Scored 5 times on 6 possessions in the first half. They start here up 34-7 from their own 40-yard line. High formation handoff goes to Stiller, and Stiller has a gain of 6.
No, we're not seeing Rosario in there, and there's no surprise to me. He was nicked up a little bit, and I think that with this big lead, Joe, you don't really need him in there at this point. You've got to obviously contain what Coon Rapids wants to do in the second half, and hopefully if your Chisago Lakes continue to build that lead. But again, you can rest him thinking that you're going to go on to Saturday and play Cambridge.
Keeping it as Seifert hit in the backfield, able to get away from the tackle, but will still lose yardage as he's wrapped up and dropped back at the 38. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Gavin Layton, a big young man, wraps him up.
So 3rd and 8 from the 42.
Yeah, I think his night is over.
It's usually what it means when they take the uni off.
Yep.
They'll pass. Pass is complete. And he coming up just shy is Stiller. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 49.
And I know the offense wants to go for it, but They're gonna punt the ball when you're up by 27.
Big.
Yeah.
And Will Tingham, who has the touchdown reception, is also the punter. 6'5" tight end. Tingham standing at his own 36. Pretty good punt. No fair catch called. Ball came out. Still loose, so fight for it. And the Cardinals better hope they have this, or else Chisago is knocking away. It looked like they had it. They are celebrating, and there is the signal.
Yeah. You know, we've seen issues with the special teams with receptions on punts. Yeah, just right off the fingertips.
Well, and even if he catches it, I think he's going to get hammered right there, not calling for a fair catch.
Yeah.
Make the fair catch.
You have to.
Instead, it's going to be Chisago ball at the Coon Rapids 20-yard line. How do you convert on 4th and 1? You have that happen. Seifert on the keeper. Sneaks ahead for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, things, again, you stop them on defense and then you turn it over on special teams. And anything and everything that could go wrong for Coon Rapids tonight has gone wrong so far.
Pitch. Left side. And Stiller escorted out of bounds right near that first down marker at the 10. Looks like they will give it to him. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10.
You see the pitch to Stiller, and again, no black jersey around for him. Easy pickup for a 1st down. There you see already 8 carries, 78 yards, and those 2 scores for Bo Stiller so far on the night.
Play action, Seifert throws, pass complete to Stiller, and he is down to about the 2. Be 2nd and goal from there.
And Seifert just rolling to his right, just a soft little throw to Stiller. Gets behind the defense at the 3-yard line.
Handoff goes up the middle and a touchdown for Cole Peterson.
And so the Wildcats convert a turnover by Coon Rapids on a punt return. And Cole Peterson charges up the middle for a 3-yard score to increase this lead.
Waller's kick is good. It is 41-7 in favor of the visiting Wildcats.
You see the numbers for Cole Peterson tonight: 3 carries, 22 yards, and now that 3-yard touchdown run. And just good blocking up front. Peterson
and without
past that first line.
And the Cardinals, all mistakes are amplified in a blowout loss, but make the fair catch there. Your team's got decent field position. It's the safe play. It's the smart play.
Yep. But again, goes right off his fingertips.
And the defense, which has had so much trouble, as we've talked about, just slowing and stopping this Chisago offense. When they finally do, you have to, reward them. Give them a break. Instead, they end up right back on the field with a very short field. Second time the Cardinals have turned it over, and both times have been deep in their own end. Once the Wildcats started at the 20, once they start at the Coon Rapids 15. Line drive kick is going to roll and just get into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals happy to get their offense back on the field first time of the second half.
Get that defense off a little bit of a rest, as you mentioned, just after that recovery. Coon Rapids last 3 weeks, 16 sacks allowed by that offensive line, and that's gonna put your quarterback in a tough situation.
Well, and that especially skewed by the 11 sacks against Hopkins on Wednesday. So on first down, rolling right, pass is tipped away and nearly picked off. Caleb Bruce defending.
And Van Halsen just trying to make something happen, and Bruce did a great job of getting a hand on it, diving and getting a hand on it, knocking it away. Yvonne Shannon, the intended receiver.
So second down for the Cardinals. Taylor in the backfield with Van Holzen. Van Holzen, keeper running left, nothing there. Tries to reverse field, looking for some room, and he's going to be stopped for a short loss. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, again, great pursuit by the defense. Van Holzen going to his left, trying to find some real estate there, realizing nothing's to be had. His edge is sealed off, going back to his right, but there you see Dressel with a nice job making sure he brought him down for that yard loss.
Well, and Bruce did a great job just staying home and keeping him from coming back and getting around the near corner.
Just part of the story of this game, 0 for 6 on third down for Coon Rapids.
And that's been another one of their Achilles heels all season long. I don't remember their exact percentage last week, but their third down conversion rate was not good.
Nope.
And it continues here as Holland just can't quite reel that one in. It would have been a great catch, but instead it's incomplete. Coon Rapids is going to go 3 and out.
Again, just a quick 3 and out for the Cardinals, as that pass just he's got to come back for it. It would have been a great catch if he's able to bring that one in.
Aurelius, not a very good punt this time. It will take a Coon Rapids roll, but just to the other side of midfield, and
you get good
another
field position.
Short field for the Wildcat offense.
Now, Chisago Lake's basically doing whatever they want here this evening, both offensively and defensively.
Ball spotted right on the midfield stripe. So 1st and 10 from the 50. The pitch goes right side to Gregory. Big hole, lots of blockers. He's got a gain of about 17.
Just that offensive line for the Wildcats taking charge. Again, they're just firing off the ball. Look at do a nice job of sealing that edge. And Gregory doing a nice job of picking up nice real estate.
Another first down now from the 34-yard line. Pitch coming back the other way for Bruce. Bruce able to pull away from a tackle. Ball punched out, but will get out of bounds before the Cardinals can get to it. And where it went out of bounds, it'll mean a very short game.
Jordan Michelle knocking that ball out. That's a couple that he's knocked away.
Second and 9 after They marked the ball where it went out. Handoff goes up the middle, and breaking free is Peterson. He's got a first down inside the 20.
Again, just power running up the middle.
And eating up big chunks of yardage on every snap.
Again, look at the offensive line fire off. He's going to bounce off a defender. Doing a good job protecting the ball as he's traveling up the middle.
Pitch goes to Gregory around the right side, cuts up, and he is spun around after a gain of about 5. But moving consistently ever closer to another score.
Well, you got to give the Wildcats credit. They started this game off on a tear offensively, and they've been able to continue here so far through this third quarter with 5.5 minutes remaining in it.
Hand off to Peterson up the middle, and he's going to be stopped. It looks like just shy of the first down. It'll be third and less than a yard.
And of course, they're in no hurry to get plays off here with a huge lead and the clock moving. Cole Peterson, 5 carries, 39 yards, and a score.
They get the carry here on third down, and he's got the first. It'll be first and goal from the 9. Needed 1, he got 2.
Yeah, took a little contact, but kept moving forward. Able to dive for that first down.
On first and goal, Seaford under center. Little counter, and diving down to the 1-yard line is Brandon Benson. Be second and goal.
So again, good size hole for Benson to run through.
And here the Wildcats are knocking on the door once more. Handoff and the touchdown. Ball came out, but the signal is given after he crossed the plane. Touchdown is for Benson. And the lead expands. 3:29 to go third quarter. Lawler's kick is good. Boy, he put a boot behind it too. 48-7. The lead now for Chisago Lakes.
Yeah, able to cross that stripe for the score. We've had a number of different Wildcats contributing tonight. Cole Peterson with a touchdown. That's Benson's touchdown. 2 from Bo Stiller, 2 from Manuel Rosario. And then a touchdown pass from Austin Seifert to Will Tingen. The Wildcats scoring in a number of ways and a number of players contributing here tonight.
7 trips to the end zone tonight for the visiting Wildcats. It's going to give them plenty of momentum going into Saturday's contest with the number 2 seed Cambridge Sandy Blue Jackets. This one taken from the 5-yard line, return by Gabley, turns it upfield again at to the 25.
Gabley with that return. He has the only score of the night for Coon Rapids.
I knew that it would be a tough contest for the Cardinals tonight. I certainly didn't see them as a heavy favorite because they had the home field and the higher seed, but I certainly did not expect this. Gabley around the right side. Gain of 4. Hand off to Taylor. Taylor, nice hole up the middle. He's going to rumble for a good gain out near midfield. Get Coon Rapids a first down, and they just haven't allowed him to get started.
Oh, they have not. They've done a nice job of bottling him up. That's obviously his biggest run of the evening. There you see the give to Miles. He's just going to cut it back upfield. Able to take a couple of tacklers with him. Almost, they tried to strip that ball from him. 5 carries, 34 yards on the night for Miles Taylor.
Handoff goes to Nate Breams. Keeps his legs moving, a gain of 5.
Clock is winding down here in the third quarter, approaching the 2-minute mark.
High snap out of the reach of Van Holzen. He just has to fall on it, and it's going to be 3rd and forever back at the Coon Rapids 44-yard line.
Yeah, smartly just made sure he falls on that. I know you want to make something happen, but you're going to see that snap up over the head of Van Holzen. Like a 3rd and 15.
Under a minute remaining now, third quarter. Van Holzen with 3 receivers on his left, keeps his eyes that way. Pass incomplete, intended for Jordan Doe in the seam over the middle. And now on 4th and 15, the Cardinals are going to bring out Aurelius to punt it away. Aurelius high, short punt. Going to bounce to take a little bit of a Coon Rapids roll, but down at the 31-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will take over. Going to see some fresh unis on the field for Chisago Lakes. Looks like Isaac Aldrich going to come in and take over at quarterback. 36 seconds left, third quarter. Handoff, Benson dives forward to the 34-yard line, a gain of 4.
26 Benson, Wildcats. Brought down number 24, Williams for the Cardinals. Second and 6. Wildcats from the 30, 5-yard line.
If they get a playoff here before the end of the quarter.
They do, and the handoff goes to Dubs. Tommy Dubs dragged down after a very short gain by Marshall Holland, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Chisago continues to stretch that lead. They're up 48-7 as we go to the fourth.
Downfield, Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. But you can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Chisago Lakes having their way with the Cardinals in this opening round of the Section 7 5A tournament game.
They certainly are.
And they have it 3rd and 5 from the 35 as we start the fourth quarter. Aldrich, the quarterback now. Pitch goes to Benson, trying to get around the corner on the right side. He will not find a way around, and it'll be a 3 and out.
Now we've got a number of players in the game that normally wouldn't get an opportunity. With this kind of a lead, they're now able to get that opportunity. Not able to pick up the first down, and they'll have to punt just their second of the game. Third punt, right. Third, you are correct. Been corrected by Joe Young. Again.
Well, Tinjum's last punt, Cardinals never possessed.
Yeah. That's right.
This one more of a low line drive, takes a big bounce in favor of the Wildcats and will roll down at the Coon Rapids 25-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will take over on offense. And we are in running time with the 41-point lead for Chisago Lakes. I thought they did stop it on change of possession.
I thought so too, but I watched the scoreboard and they kept it moving.
They did indeed. Three receivers left side, one on the right for Van Holzen. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 25-yard line. Pass goes right, complete to Sonny Tao. He ducks out of bounds at the 31. Of course, that isn't going to stop the clock with the big lead by Chisago.
Under 10 minutes remaining. Just a throw to the sideline for Tao for the 6-yard gain.
Second and 4 from the 31. Van Holzen looking left, now taking off and being dragged down. Tingham stops him right at the line of scrimmage. Tingham, a couple of nice punts. Touchdown catch.
Yep.
Solid defensive effort right there. Cardinals facing 3rd and 5.
And he just threw a blocker off of him. Make that tackle.
Cardinals still over on 3rd down conversions. Pass incomplete, intended for Jordan Doe.
Well, that man can just shake his head because nothing has gone right for his squad here tonight.
Well, the goal of any program really is to be playing your best at the end. The Cardinals have failed to do so.
They have certainly failed to do so, unfortunately, here tonight.
They will suffer their worst loss of the year.
The 6th in a row.
On their home turf in the playoffs. And so after last year, Coon Rapids finished 5-3.
Yep.
Were a favorite. Lost first round of the playoffs. This year, they slide into the playoffs on a 5-game losing streak.
Yep.
They're still the favorite.
And they still lose.
They're going to lose again. Long time since this school has tasted victory in a football playoff game. So who's our quarterback now? William Sauersring. Sauersig. Yes.
There you go. Yes.
I'm going to go with Sauersig. I didn't, think to talk to the coach about the pronunciation of his 4th string quarterback.
You didn't think he would have to, did you?
That was a mistake, apparently. Because that's where we're at here in the 4th quarter. It's 2nd and 7 for Chisago Lakes. Their ticket pretty much punched to Saturday's semifinal round. Sauersig will keep it cut upfield for a nice gain. Flag back behind the play.
I think that's going to be on the Wildcats.
Nate Breams ended up without his helmet and
he was
certainly unhappy. The offending player for Chisago Lakes trying to offer a hand.
Personal foul, blindside block, number 40 on the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, still 2nd down.
Aaron Marks, just a sophomore.
Yeah, watch.
Again, getting some time late in the game.
There you see it there, the top of your screen.
Breams understandably not happy.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
So it'll back him up quite a bit. 2nd and 19 from their own 21. Had this exact same down and distance from the exact same spot on the field for the other team in the first half.
Correct.
Handoff slow to develop, and Benson blasted in the backfield. Will lose another yard and make it 3rd and 20 from the 20. It's a tough one.
That is a tough one. But Chisago Lakes, again, smiling. Everybody's smiling ear to ear with this win here tonight, dominating from start to finish. This game, for the most part, never in question for the
Handoff goes up the middle to Hunter Crawl. He'll gain 5, get him a little more room to pump with. We're down under 5 minutes remaining.
So the Cardinals will get the ball back as obviously this clock is continuing to run here.
Had you said that score to me before the game, I would have chuckled.
Yes, you would have.
Found that almost beyond the realm of possibility on either side.
Correct.
That either of these teams would run up the score like that on the other. But certainly goes to further prove anything can happen.
And anything can happen on any given situation, no question about that. But Doe with a nice return. Very happy sideline the cross away from us.
Yeah, I was relatively impressed with the size of their student section.
Yep.
Chisago is a hike.
Yeah,
it's about
it is.
a 45-minute drive on a Tuesday night. They got a good contingent to travel with them, and they paid them. They made it worth their while.
They really did. It'll be a happy drive back for the Wildcats fans and certainly the players.
Yeah, I think the bus ride will be quite enjoyable.
Yep.
And for the Cardinals, time to clean out the lockers and look forward to winter sports,
which are just around the corner.
Quick swing pass to Miles Taylor. He'll have a first down and more. Good stiff arm. He's going to keep going. Finally dragged down at the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Cardinals.
You know, Miles wanted to cross that stripe. It's just the little screen pass goes to Taylor. He does a nice block there. Nice job sidestepping a tackler. And again, you know, he's not going to be brought down by one individual.
First and goal from the 9. Van Holzen throws, passes dropped. Hit Devon Shannon right in the numbers. Inside the 5, and he can't secure it. Second and goal.
You know, at this point, they certainly would just like to get another tally on the board before this season ends for them. But tough with the clock running.
Well, and Jen touched on it earlier. 2 young teams. A lot of the Cardinals will be back next year. Another swing pass to Taylor, this time right side. He's going to scoot into the end zone for the score.
Miles with the touchdown pass. He's able to sidestep a couple of tackles.
Alex Findlay out to attempt the extra point. It is up, it is good. But as you mentioned, just something to get something on the board.
Yeah, again, yeah, no question about it. They wanted to at least get another score before this season ended. Disappointing at that. Started off at 3-0. Then dropped their last 6 games to end their season in a very disappointing fashion.
So the clock did stop on the score.
It did.
But that should just about do it once Chisago Lakes has possession. they will be in no hurry to
correct.
Take a lot of plays. That is not Alex Findlay.
That is correct.
We don't know who that is. Sasha is what we get from the indisputable football expert Adam Tronson.
If Tronson says it, it's got to be right.
That's right. Left-footed boot. Taken and dropped at the 20, then recovered and dropped again. Cardinals are going to get the ball back at the 22. That's not how you return the kick.
No.
Spencer Nelson dropped it, scooped it up, and then dropped it again. And Shai Williams there to recover for the Cardinals. See, they did stop it for that change of possession. We got to brush up on our rules.
No, it's because it's under 35. That's why they stopped it. That's why no longer running time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Thanks.
Good catch. If it weren't for that extra point, then
exactly,
this game would
the clock would continue to run.
Gotcha. Good catch. It's a good thing somebody's paying attention, Shapiro. That pass is caught by Von Shannon for the score. He was wide open, and he's able to squeeze it this time. 2 scores, 21 seconds apart.
A 22-yard pass from Jake Van Hulsen to Avant Shannon.
Well, and now Sasha's out to attempt the extra point. It did not quite work.
Here, see it again. Just a relatively easy pitch and catch from Van Hulsen to Shannon. A 22-yard touchdown pass.
Two scores, 13 seconds apart.
That's pretty good.
Now they just need 4 more touchdowns in the last
13.
In the last 73 seconds. That's all. It's not asking a lot, is it?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Short end over end kick taken at the 26-yard line. Kyle Byrne trying to make it back to the middle of the field before being wrapped up. They put Aldridge back in under center. Pretty easy to spot him with the pink sleeves. Trying to run up the middle, and there is no room there at all for Brandon Benson.
We're under a minute. And it's a happy Wildcat sideline as they know they're going to continue their season on to play the Blue Jackets from Cambridge Isanti on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Afternoon tilt.
This could be the end of our fall season as well. Hunter Crawl on the carry that time, picks up about 6.
Yeah, the volleyball team started their section today at on the road in Buffalo. The number 10 seed taking on the 7.
And should they come out with the upset, we will go to Wildcats on Thursday.
We will.
But if they are not victorious this evening, next action for us is girls hockey, because this one is over. 48-20 is the final.
Yeah, again, it's and there you see Manuel Rosario, who started this action off well, left the game in the first half with an injury, but they didn't need him tonight. They had scoring from many different options here as they cruised to a 48-20 win over Coon Rapids.
Yeah, he certainly led the way in that first half. Had 2 of the touchdowns in the first half. He had 2, Stiller had 2, and they just kept the motor going as they moved into the second half and ran away with the 48-20 victory, and they move on in the playoffs. The Cardinal season is over.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate end to this season as they dropped their last 6 to finish at 3-6 on the year, and they will regroup, and we will see them back here on this field next season.
Chisago Lakes with a 27-point lead at the half. They come out and score 2 more touchdowns in the third quarter. Cardinals get those 14 points, or the 13 points, I should say, in the last minute and a half that really were meaningless, but made it look a little bit more respectable. And over the upset
Big game.
Duluth, a 42-6 win. Upsets in both of the quarterfinal games. So St. Francis will host Andover, and Cambridge will host Chisago Lakes on Saturday afternoon. And the Cardinals will call it a season.
They will. They will. A disappointing one at that after starting out 3-0. And they dropped their last 6.
So that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Jen Halverson on the sidelines and Howie Shapiro in the booth with me, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.